Hey, this is Tripp from trippadvice.com, and today I want to tell you a little bit of a story here, something that happened just a few months ago, and it's a little bit of a confession. A couple months ago, I was on one of the dating apps, and I ended up getting a girl's number, and we were texting for a little bit, and I didn't really get too interested in her. I don't know what it was, but something just kind of fell off for me, and what happened was I ended up falling off as well, meaning I told her I would text her back, and I got busy, forgot about it, wasn't too interested, and didn't text her back. So what I did was this new thing that everyone's doing these days called ghosting. I don't know if you've heard of this before, but apparently this is happening, I guess, all across the country, all across the world. People are basically not texting people back, right? So they're going on dates, maybe 1, 2, 3 dates, and then all of a sudden you don't hear from them again, okay? Mine was a little bit more of a minor case because we never ended up meeting up. It was just like a quick little text message and I just didn't respond. But apparently all these people are just completely ignoring the people that they're dating. And I want to tell you something, even if it's a case as minor as mine or something even bigger, I believe that ghosting is probably one of the most immature and worst things you could do. So I wanted to talk about that today and tell you that this is not the move that you want to be making, and this is not something that you should be doing as you're going out and meeting more girls and casually dating. Okay, so like I said a bit ago, this is a very immature move. Okay, what you're doing is you're basically completely ignoring someone's feelings and throwing them completely under the bus for your own selfish sake of not having to deal with the situation. Okay, well, here's what happens is you end up not dealing with it. You end up kind of floating by and ignoring the situation, and you end up really hurting someone. And you know what you do? You end up confusing someone. And when you confuse girls, they talk to each other. And then everyone's talking about how this person's ghosting and this guy's doing that. And then what happens is that you and me and all the other guys get a terrible reputation. That's right. Okay, so what happens is all these girls are talking to each other, they're telling them that guys suck and guys are bad and da. And then there's this whole miscommunication between the sexes, right? Guys aren't understanding girls, girls aren't understanding guys, and it all boils down to this idea of communication. We're not communicating with each other. We're not communicating. We're just kind of hiding in our caves and not doing anything about our emotions and our feelings, and we're too scared to confront them. So today I want to tell you that I don't want you to be ghosting. I don't want you to be, completely ignoring people for your own benefit. Trust me, this is not going to help you in the long run. All right, and I have a few theories on probably why this is happening. I feel like these days with YouTube channels like this one that you're watching and all these apps and all this advice you can get, people are they're getting better at dating. Guys are getting better, women are getting better. There's just a lot of more personal development happening, and this is causing a lot of people to meet and people getting a lot of numbers, right? So you're meeting a lot of people out either at the bars or you're meeting people on the apps, and you get all these numbers, and you're dealing with like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls. And so what happens? You end up going on a bunch of dates with them, and then you kind of don't like a few of them, and then you want to keep a few around, but instead of telling each and every single one of them that you're not interested in them, instead you're just completely ignoring it, okay? So I just want to tell you today that if you really want to get better at meeting girls and dating and putting just good vibes out there into the universe, I don't want you to be doing this new ghosting thing, all right? I want to hear from you. Have you done this before? Why have you done it? Have you heard of this? Put something down below in the comments and let's hear from you. I'll be in there reading and checking it out. Subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about ghosting.